What up, world? How y'all doing? I'm the man behind the camera. My name's Sam Prophet. I ain't camera ready right now, but y'all will see me in the future. I promise. We have Iconic Quez here.
Iconic.
Iconic. He from the way. He from the city, Detroit to be exact. We about to get to know him a little bit, man. We're gonna get right back. We're gonna get right into the interview. Excuse me. And get to know Quez because he got some good things that he want to talk about. He's getting into, and that I think the community can appreciate. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce the man, Quez, Iconic Quez, and let's get to it. So what up, Quez? How you feeling?
Man, same old, same old. I'm always in a good mood, happy, joyful.
Okay.
But, some days get me down, but I gotta keep rocking, keep pushing.
Definitely. I can respect that. So for our viewers, do you want to state your real name or do you want to just keep it as Iconic Quez?
Well, y'all, my name is Marquez Moore, aka Iconic Quez, aka Mr. Weirdly Gifted himself. So for y'all that don't know me, there you go.
Okay. So we got your name down. Now where you from?
From Detroit, Michigan, the east side.
Okay. East side. You had to say the east, huh?
Yeah, I had
You couldn't just say Detroit.
Nah.
I understand. All right, for the people watching, how old are you?
23, I turned 24 in 4 months.
Okay. So the reason for this interview right here is more than one reason, but the main reason is mental health.
Right.
Mental health is a serious thing. I really do think so. I don't know if I suffer from it or not, but I think everybody have a certain level of mental illness that they deal with. So you basically suffer from that yourself, right?
Correct.
Okay, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, so I suffer from schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type. So basically, it's just two disorders mashed into one, which is schizophrenia and bipolar disorder.
Okay. That's kind of deep there. So how would you define mental health in your own words?
A different form of reality, Definitely a different perspective on life. Just a different way that you maneuver through everything, really. Like, it really takes that cognitive thinking to really understand what you're going through,
Absolutely.
So as long as you got your own perspective of what you're going through, you'll be able to cope.
Okay. So how would you help a person? Let's just say a person was dealing with mental health, right? How would you help them identify if they have a mental illness similar to yours?
Well, it's kind of hard to help someone identify that they have a mental illness, but I'll say it takes a lot of self-discovery, Like, it really depends on what's really going on in your life and in your head, because that's where it's all at,
Okay.
Like, it's a mental illness,
Yeah.
but it still has a physical toll on your body, you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, although it's mental, it still affects you physically. So it just really like, what's abnormal about what's going on that you were already used to? What has changed? What was the big drastic change that you noticed? Because that, what you say?
And behaviors can help you identify certain things, right?
So like certain behaviors, the way you carry yourself, so say, for me, example, right? I was always a super happy, joyful kid.
Yeah.
And when I first noticed that something was off, everything changed. I wasn't that joyful kid anymore.
Okay, so what behaviors wasn't normal?
Not being able to socialize with certain individuals, family, friends, teachers, myself, really. Like, I was just scared of the world. So, and another behavior was I stopped doing everything that I love to do, such as art. That was one of my biggest things that helped me deal with life as growing up as a child.
So what prompted you to seek help?
What prompted me to seek help was I was dealing with it for so long, and I had a couple episodes throughout my life, especially in high school was the most pivotal moment for me because I missed half of my junior year and half of my senior year being in outpatient mental health facilities and programs and things like that. So after that, you know, as I graduated, still was able to graduate, and I started to, you know, reach those early 20 years. I just didn't want to deal with the same thing I was already dealing with anymore. So I reached out to seek help. Although I seeked help, but my mother and my family was giving me the support when I was 16, 17, 18. But at that time, no one was really trying to hear anything that I was going to say. And I mentioned that in one of my songs. I said, doctors telling me it's stress, but I really know what's going on. So I really knew what was going on, but this person is telling me it's just stress when I know it's not stress.
Right.
So.
Know thyself, right?
Yeah, self-discovery.
So in the beginning, would you say that people believe you?
No.
They didn't? So how did it feel before everyone realized?
Just felt like you was that person who nobody will ever understand. Like in a world full of masks, you the one whose face is blue. And I said that in one of my songs as well. Like, I speak about myself in different aspects and different perspectives through my own eyes and what I went through in all my music.
Okay. So quite naturally, everyone treated you different.
Yeah.
I know that made you feel a certain type of way. I don't know the way it made you feel, but I can imagine.
It made me feel uneasy, but then it kind of gave me that push to say, hey, you just different. And then I stuck with it.
That's a point that you had to reach.
Yeah, a point that I had to reach. And it wasn't just different anymore. It was, like I said, I'm a factory error, you know? And then I said, hey, I'm weirdly gifted.
Never heard it put like that. And you're a genius.
Yeah, so like, when I say factory error, it's like, you were born in this way, right?
Right.
Something is wrong. But when you came from the factory, you were always unique from everybody that just came out. Or say it's a piece of clothing. This piece of clothing came out, it's sold on the shelf. One came out and it had a distressed line through it. Why would you want to be uniform with everybody else when you can be the one who got a unidentified mark? So
Unique. That's right. You're not cookie cutter.
Right.
And you accepted that. I like that. So how does it finally feel to be yourself? Living in a world where your face is blue versus everyone else who's wearing a mask.
I mean, that's the best feeling ever. Like, you just wake up every day and look yourself in the mirror and you say, hey, I'm truly myself. Like, I'm doing everything for me.
Absolutely.
And it's like, you're not even worried about what somebody's going to say anymore. You know? Like, because I'm dealing with it. I came to terms with it. I'm battling it. You know, I'm coping with it the best way that I can. And if you're fronting, you're wearing a mask, you're not understanding me, it's okay. If your ears are closed, it's a million other people's ears who open who's going to hear what I have to say.
That's right.
So,
You just got to find the right pair of ears.
Yeah.
Man. That was deep. That was heavy. So, do you think it's a lot of people that's wearing a mask that's really hurting on the inside?
Most definitely. Because it takes, like I said before, it takes a lot of self-discovery. But when you look in that mirror, the person you see in the mirror isn't the person whose reflection is showing back to you.
Some people wear a good disguise, though.
They do. But how long you gonna wear that disguise before your heart shatters?
What? Look at it. That's what's up, man. I like that. I did want to go into another series of questions, but I kind of want to touch on more about being yourself, because, and I'm speaking towards the youth when I say this. Right. It's very important for you to be exactly who you were designed to be. But you have a lot of young guys these days, a lot of young women. If you look on the street, how many kids do you see with locks or dreads, they call them?
Everybody.
How many people do you see with tight pants on?
Everybody.
How many people do you hear rapping and vibing off the same songs?
Everybody.
This is the factory that you were speaking of earlier.
Right.
We live in a cookie cutter society.
Exactly.
That's why I spoke on the cookie cutter. Because the way that everything is going, you're programmed to believe that you have to grow your hair this way, you have to walk this way, talk this way, sound this way, listen to this type of music. So for you to sit here and say that to the people, anyway, for you to say to the people that you took your mask off, or you just finally accepted who you were, or you are, excuse me, who you
Right.
are. I commend you on that.
I appreciate
I
that.
commend that a lot. Okay, so you have a nonprofit, I heard.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, it's called the Artistic Process of Mental Health.
The artistic process of mental health.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a title.
Right.
That's a hell of a title. Okay, now what made you come up with that title for your nonprofit?
Because, okay, it's a long road and a great journey, right?
Right.
But it takes steps to reach the end goal, right?
Yeah.
But it's always an artistic process to reach such goal. It's not just a straightaway shot. It's always going to be that canvas that you gotta paint over and over and over again.
That's right.
If you write in a journal, the tears gonna write before you actually start writing with a pencil or a pen.
Okay.
It's always about that artistic expression that'll get you to accept the mental health.
So how long have your nonprofit been in existence?
Well, I just recently started it,
Really?
and I partnered up with Grooming the Community through my mentor, so we
Okay.
just rocking and rolling together, you know?
Absolutely. Growing our community.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's my organization, but I like the sound of it, you know?
right.
But hearing somebody else speak on it, sound well. Okay, so going back to your nonprofit, what's your first year goal for your mission?
My first year goal, but to form a community based on the artistic process of mental health, which would be to, use art as a catalyst to build up somebody's mental health, because like me, for example, I use art to cope.
Right.
And I use art to tell a story, because sometimes you're not able to use your words. So a picture can tell 1,000 words, but a picture actually can tell your whole life story. So that's what I'm trying to do, get everybody else who's not as verbal to speak, just use another avenue to express themselves.
Well spoken, well spoken. Okay, so you teach a lot about mental health and a lot about, I believe, self-esteem
Yeah.
and, of course, character, so on and so forth. It seems like you have a lot of knowledge about a lot of things that you speak about,
Yeah.
especially mental health. So my question would be, do you have any certificates or degrees in the mental health field?
I have a certificate in mental health first aid.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm currently trying to enroll in school to go for art therapy
Okay, how long have you had this degree or certification?
for 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So for anyone watching, what advice do you have for anyone watching who may be suffering in silence?
That it's okay,
Yeah,
that it's okay, because I was there before. Suffering in silence is just your way to cope, but it's okay to come out and break out that shell. They say depression is just depression, but I believe it means you pressed on if you rearrange the words and the letters.
okay.
You just make it into what works best for you. You don't sit there and rock the chair of anxiety. You have to get up and do something.
So what's one of your outlets?
Art, music, interacting with people, talking
Yes.
about mental health.
Yes. I heard a couple of your songs. I didn't think you was gonna say music, but for our viewers, could you give us a bar or two? Like one of your favorite bars. You speak meaningful,
Right.
so your raps is not empty.
Man, I got too many bars, man. I don't even know one off the top of my head, but if I had to think of
Something that means something.
something that means something, I had to come back to that.
You gotta come back to
Yeah,
it.
I had to come back to that.
Okay, we will revisit that. Trust me. Before the interview is over.
Well, I already spoke on my bar. Yeah, when you living it. All right, here go a bar. When you living in a world full of masks and your face is blue, and you the only one spotted by the news crew.
Okay, I like that. And One of my favorite songs that you have is, I think, is it called Depression?
No.
It's not Depression.
Uh-uh.
I forget the name of it. I'm sorry, but you was saying some profound stuff, man. You like the Kendrick Lamar of this mental health thing, bro. I promise you.
I appreciate that.
I promise you. So this interview been kind of serious, man. You know, and we want to give people different sides of you. How would you describe your sense of humor?
I'm the life of the party.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so let's play a game.
Alright.
And I ain't gonna drown you with questions. I'm gonna just do 3.
Alright.
Alright. Now, I'm gonna just come off the top of the head with these questions, right?
Alright.
But this is to give people an insight of, you know, your sense of humor just a little bit, right?
Right.
So you got a date, relationship, and married, right?
Right.
If it was 3 celebrities that you could date, have a relationship with, or marry, who would it be?
I'm married, Lauren London.
Lauren London?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm just playing the audience. She's beautiful. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I would date her. No, I would marry her.
You would marry her for sure.
Scratch that. I'm gonna marry Rihanna. I'm gonna have a relationship with Lauren London.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna date Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez, you like exotic chicks, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
I just feel like they got a different, stature. They on different status. You feel me?
Now we talking financial or booty?
I just feel like they got a lot of knowledge, especially
Okay.
being in the field that they are in.
Absolutely.
They got a different perspective on life. So, especially like Rihanna, she got a business. She's business oriented, just like myself. So I feel like I can learn more about business and that sort from her. So, and then Lauren London, she's got business. She got business too, Lauren London.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. Jennifer Lopez, I just like her.
You just like her look.
Yeah, I just like her.
Cause she like half your age.
Yeah. But yeah.
But it's cool though. I like Jennifer Lopez too. Alright, so now we gonna get to the guys in the celebrity world, right? If you could fight a celebrity, who would it be?
Fight a celebrity?
Yeah. But I'm talking about somebody you think you could pump them. No.
Fight a celebrity. Dang.
Who makes you mad? Is it a celebrity that you like, I don't like him?
Nah, not
No?
really.
So you gonna hug all your brothers?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what's up.
I don't really got no beef with nobody.
That's right. That's right. That's a good answer for this interview too.
Yeah.
Cause you never know who you're gonna meet in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And this wasn't a setup question. I knew you was gonna pass this test, right? Because we see our life 10 years ahead before it happened.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We speak a lot about the future. And that's exactly what we're preparing for.
Right.
So in future interviews, I always want you to remember that. Sometimes questions are setups.
Right.
Don't fall for the setup. You did good on that one. Even though this is the sense of humor section, it's still,
Yeah.
we always gotta be on.
Still gotta be prepared.
Exactly. Okay, so my last question, dealing with this part, or this phase of the questions, right? If you could have a celebrity best friend, who would it be?
Celebrity best friend?
Or 10. It's up to you.
A celebrity
Matter of
best
fact, give
friend?
me a list of your friend. Like, give me your squad. If you had a group of friends that you hang with, hung with, party with.
A celebrity
limit.
best friend?
Yeah.
Dang. I would just think about this. Not the best friend part, but I was just thinking about some celebrities that I hang out with. Alright, this is gonna be like, you never gonna think I was gonna say this, but if I had a celebrity best friend, I'm picking Judge Judy.
Judge Judy?
Yes.
Oh man, why Judge Judy?
Because she's just got a different outlook on every single thing. Like Judge Judy gonna keep me in line.
Absolutely.
She gonna make sure I'm straight.
That's right. Judge Judy, I wouldn't have thought of Judge Judy. I thought you were gonna say something like Michael P. Jordan or something.
Nah.
What's his name?
Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the brother. He was in Black Panther. Yeah, he did good. Alright, so lastly, okay, we talked about your music, we talked about your nonprofit, we talked about mental health, we talked about goals, degrees, so on and so forth. I recently just purchased your book. It's called All Around Life Journal.
Yeah.
Right? You want to tell the people about that before we wrap this interview up?
Yeah, y'all. So, All Around Life Journal. I created this because I feel like everyone needs help setting goals, but it's not just setting goals in itself. It's setting smart goals, a goal that's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound for all aspects of your life. And I believe, well, which works for me is setting goals up quarterly, breaking it up 4 parts of the year, because each quarter has 3 months. And in this journal, it teaches you every single thing, every single step. And it also gives you an opportunity to journal your life, create your daily tasks, monitor your feelings, and everything that you ever need in a journal. And it's also full size, so you can carry it anywhere. You got enough space to write, and you'll be A-OK. And I also have a message on the back of the journal, and this is produced by Weirdly Gifted. You know, we're gonna speak more about that. But throughout our life's journey, we may face challenges and fall short. In such times, we must support each other and lift ourselves up from the ground. Remember, the ultimate destination is happiness, but the path to it requires care, love, and joy. Weirdly Gifted. So remember that happiness is not a destination to reach one time, it's a destination to reach every single day. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay. I don't think I could have did no better than this, man. I want to thank you for coming through. I want to thank you for giving the people the opportunity to know who Iconic Quez is.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for his music. My YouTube is Grooming Our Community, or GOC for those that don't know. I will be posting his music. I will be posting his interviews. I will be working with him in the future. We've been working together. It was just always behind the scenes. I think that'll be about it, sir.
Stick together, you know, work together, and we'll be here for you. You know, Weirdly Gifted. Catch the next drop. It's coming soon.